Hello and welcome to this video, guys. In this video I'm going to be showing you a behind the scenes look at a photo shoot where I was trying to use Cinestill 800T to take portraits. Now, before I actually start talking, I want to quickly shout out my brother Reggie and his roommate Ben for allowing me to take these photos at their house, and an additional shout out to Reggie for filming the behind the scenes and allowing me to make this video. Now, we can actually get into it. First off, I want to start off with the inspiration for this photo shoot. It's a song by Travis Thompson called Need You. Based on the scenes I was picturing in my head when I was listening to the song, I used a website called Shot Deck so I could create an inspiration board for myself and my friend Isaac, who was modeling for the shoot. The inspiration board served as a way that I could better get an idea of the color palette, compositions, and styling I was aiming for when Isaac and I both were selecting clothes for the shoot. As you can see from the inspiration board, I was going for a cool color temperature and a dramatic look, and that's why I chose to use Cinestill 800T and shot it with daylight balance lighting. And as for lighting, I was using natural light for the most part with a 5-in-1 diffuser to modify it, and my aperture 120D Mark II with a beauty dish on it for a handful of the photos. Okay, so the first setup we did was by the window using natural light. I was considering putting my light outside, but it was a really hot day and I was worried about it overheating, and the light coming through the window looked really good, so I didn't feel a need to supplement it. For this shot, I did modify the light though. I had the black side of my 5-in-1 reflector facing Isaac to soak up some of the light coming from the window so I could get the shadows to dip quicker. I also did this to cut out the light that was coming from the inside, bouncing off surfaces and casting different colors into the shadow side of his face. Could you maybe scoot forward and yeah, lean closer up to that? Nice. Maybe look sort of out this way. And ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, hands up. That was really good. 3, 2. Come here for this one. You can kind of look at me. Yeah, perfect stare right there. And 3, 2. For the next set of images, we moved from the dining room into the living room, and this is where I pulled my LED light out to enhance the look of the images. For these shots, I wanted a really dramatic and contrasty look, so that's why I chose a beauty dish. Using a beauty dish allowed me to get really even lighting with a sharp fall off into the shadows. Yeah, looking at it like that, that's really nice. Okay, 3, 2. And then, yeah, have your head up like that, and then try looking at the camera. Yeah, that's so good. That's perfect. Perfect, stay right there, and 3, 2, 1. Could you maybe see about hands behind? Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, and 3, 2. Since I was using a tungsten balanced film, I was really expecting these shots to be a lot more blue. The light I was using was around 5500 Kelvin, so I would expect the whole image to be a lot cooler, but the way the images turned out was the complete opposite. Isaac's skin is fairly warm and has a very good amount of saturation to it, but the background itself is very blue, which I appreciate because it adds a lot of contrast between the colors in the image. And as for the final set of images, we went out to the backyard to finish up the roll. These photos were all lit using available light, and the 5-in-1 reflector, again, using the black side to soak up some of the light and create more contrast. Could you maybe look up or something? Yeah, nice. Let me get my light meter real quick, make sure the exposure is still correct. Okay, and dark slide, nice. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. You going for a close up? You can look at the camera for this one. Okay, and 3, 2. Okay, ready? And 3, 2. In these pictures, I feel like you can really see the blue cast a lot easier. Isaac's skin appears to be a lot cooler, and the shadows in these shots are leaning towards blue. I really like how my brother's house is red because it adds a lot of color contrast to the images, a lot like inside the living room did. And as for the last shot, we moved a little bit further into the yard. This photo to me isn't really that special. It's not that I don't really like it, it's more that it doesn't really fit with the other images. One thing about this photo is how warm his skin is. In the very dark parts of his arm, you can see a little bit of blue, but for the most part, I was very surprised at the color palette we got from these images. I was using Negative Lab Pro to convert these photos, so that could have played a part in how the colors came out. Like, for instance, maybe it was correcting the blue cast that was coming from the images. I'm not 100% sure. Now, if I had to choose a favorite image of the bunch, it would have to be the first image that we took inside of the living room. I really liked the pose Isaac was doing in this shot, the colors coming from Cinestill, and the light that was coming from the beauty dish. Overall, I would say that it was a successful shoot, and I was very surprised with Cinestill 800T. I've shot this film before, but that was in late 2018 when I was pretty new to film photography, and I shot this film at night walking around Los Angeles while I was visiting there with my dad and my sister. The reason why I chose to use this film was because I wanted a cooler color palette than I would have gotten if I were using something like Portra 800. And on that note, I want to say thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you feel inclined to do so. I'll also leave my Instagram link down below if you guys want to check that out. Thank you again, and have a good one.